You, what's good, man? Y'all know where we going. We going uptown, man. Go uptown where a lot of people didn't respect, man, until now, right? We got Benny the Butcher from Buffalo. We got 30 Spesh from Rochester, and the world has opened up their eyes to upstate New York, man. This is Stabbed and Shot Part 2. 6 years from the last time they collaborated, of course, with Stabbed and Shot, the first one. Stabbed and Shot 1 is a classic. What do you guys think? The first Stabbed and Shot is a classic. I go back and listen to that numerous times every year. So shout out to Benny and 38 for the first Stabbed and Shot. Just want to give credit to that. Now let's talk about part 2. Is this, and it's too soon to be like, oh, this one's better than the first, because you got to let this one, marinate, right? You got to let it marinate in your ears and your soul, right? But let's get into it, man. This one came out October 18th, 2024. It's about 44 minutes and 10 seconds. They start off with an intro. Now, it's called Still Better. This is a clip from their documentary. The Uptown Vets highlighting their skills, right? So they're just basically talking about how, and you got to check out the documentary. I think you got to buy the vinyl or tape, and then you get the documentary. And they might put it out. They said they might put it out later. So I don't know. I think you got to buy the vinyl or the tape to see it, at least for now. But they're just speaking on this, and this is from the documentary. So they're just speaking on, how they're still better than MCs and rappers that's out right now, So I don't know. Y'all prove it. Y'all prove them wrong. Let's put it that way. Number 2, 1st of April, produced by B Dawn. B Dawn with the groomed, dark and gritty track. They immediately go bar for bar to let the world know their top 5 with the back and forth. Now, you guys know EPMD masters the back and forth. Styles P and Jada masters the back and forth. There are others. You guys can name them below. Name some more rappers that go back and forth. Let's talk about it. They are probably top 5 with the back and forth flows, man. 4 bars, whatever bars they're doing. The chemistry there is amazing. Number 3, High Stakes, produced by, I believe, As Thick. That sound kind of, I don't know if I'm saying your name right, man. But they got a video to this, man. And the unlit beats continue on with this album. 30 Spesh is in brick talk form at its best. Now, there's certain rappers that can talk about drugs continuously. Now, you got Conway the Machine. He's one of those guys that mastered that space. And so has 38 and Benny. They can speak on various situations of drug talk, street talk, crime, and still sound relevant, still sound fresh. It still sounds new. It's like, this song doesn't sound like the next song. Next song doesn't sound like the previous song, even though they might be speaking on the same topics. Does that make sense? So High Stakes, the Butcher is on the same page with his plug talk, and they continuously surprise me and on the mic, man. I don't know what to say. Number 4, Thruway Music Part 2. Of course, they have Part 1 on Stabbed and Shot. This is produced by Ready Rock. I think Trips did the first one. Track has a nostalgic 2018 feel, because I think they were kind of like trying to find a record that related to the first version, and it does seem like he might have took a sample or something out of there and added it to this, because it kind of does have that nostalgic 2018 feel. So shout out to Ready Rock. The team reminds us that there's a part one of Stabbed and Shot. So that's what they kind of doing on here. You got Quotable Spesh, continues to earn trust while Benny's serving that ice cream, that legal ice cream. I don't think it's cold either. It might be cold blooded, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. Number 5, Who Really the King? Produced by Chuck, the producer. The beats remain with a gangster vibe. Benny, I've been a fan of this combination, this duel. So much appreciated, because he does. This is where he says people have been begging for Stabbed and Shot Part 2. Of course we have. Real hip hop enthusiasts, we crave lyrics, we crave bars. So why wouldn't we want Part 2 and a Part 3? And I don't know how if y'all gonna do it, keep going. I don't know. We want it. Spesh's flow is a one of one, and rappers will imitate. I believe he's a one of one rapper, but his flow is more simple than Benny's, but it's better than Benny's. Does that make sense? And I think it's a flow that a lot of rappers might hear and try to imitate. I mean, I hear people comics already. They they do TikToks and they're like acting like they're Benny. They're acting like they're 38 Spesh, but there's a lot of people imitating 38 Spesh in these clips. Now these are like just people that's trying to be funny, but they sounding just like 38 Spesh. So I know a lot of other rappers might really take that into consideration and be like, I could rap like Spesh. I could rap like Spesh. It sounds simple. It sounds like he just did. No, you can't rap like Spesh. So stop it. Don't even try. Please don't. Number 6, Center Stage, produced by Harry Fraud and John Sparks. Mr. Fraud brings some soul food to the table. 38 Spesh's verses are energetic, memorable, and trustworthy. Benny's verses are exciting, smooth, and family orientated. It's trust and BSF. It's trust and BSF. I mean, the best of two worlds, right? Now, Bruce Lee has a famous water quote. I'm not going to quote the whole quote, but at the end he says, Bruce Lee says, now water can flow or it can crash. Now, I'm kind of compare that to the flows of Benny and 38. So you got Benny's bars. Like his flow is like a calm river. His bars, his flow is like a calm river. Like you ever see a calm river just flowing, and you're like, and that's how Benny is. You hear Benny, you're just doing this. Yeah, right? It's just a calm flow. And then you got 38 Spesh, his bars, his flow is like a rapid river, right? The river that's crashing, right? You see it hitting the rocks and stuff. That's what 38 Spesh's flow is. It's like, You're like, so when you're watching the rapid river, you're like, oh, snap, like that, because you never know what's gonna happen, and that's what Spesh's flow is. It's a deadly combination, both river flows. Let's go to number 7, Brick Specials, produced by 15 Grams. Track has a vivid street-like feel. Feels like you're seeing the track, you're seeing the beat, you're seeing where it's coming from. It's coming from the grimy streets, right? Now, besides brick sales, 38 Spesh raps are repeatable. They're just repeatable, man. You find yourself grabbing a remote or something like for a mic, and you find yourself quoting 38 Spesh's bars like you just do. Benny is slimming down beauty queens to pageant weight. That shit was wild. Like, Benny also has quotables. Benny also has rewindables. This is why this team works, right? And this is why people beg for this part 2. And I'm pretty sure they're going to beg for a part 3, right? Number 8 is Jesus Arms, featuring Busta Rhymes, produced by Bink. Shout out to Bink, first of all. This track is just ridiculous. Track is haunting and feels like a scary score. Speaking of scary, Busta was spooky and grimy. Check out, like, Busta reminded me of, like, you know, nostalgic Busta. Now, people say, oh, I ain't gonna lie, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Busta's last album, to me, was a flop. The album before that was fire, right? We just want Busta to rap. I know I just want Busta to rap. It's some I get it. You get to a certain stage in life and you go, okay, I can utilize my presence by gravitating towards like all the famous rappers that's rapping now. And that's what Busta did on that last album. And it was, he had a couple joints on there though. He had a couple joints on there. But this is the Busta that I'm scared of on the mic right here, right? So 38 Spesh is putting in that work. He's putting in that work in with Smith and Wesson. Smith and Wesson is his boys. Smith and Wesson is 38 Spesh's boys, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now, Benny, aka Montana Knife, sliced up this track. Now, Montana Knife is one of the most impressive hunting knives. So do your hip hop homework. All right, number 9, Hometown Hero, produced by Aesthetic. Is it? Yeah, Aesthetic. Yeah, I would say Aesthetic. Now hold on. Aesthetic. So yeah, that was. Oh, number 3 is Aesthetic too. Was I saying his name wrong? Is this Aesthetic? Aesthetic. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Hopefully, I'm not sure. Over this eerie track, the bosses of Uptown continue to show why they are hometown heroes. I just want to remind y'all, like, again, get the vinyl, get the tape. I believe that's the only way you can see the documentary. Number 10, Bad Guy, featuring Klass, Murda on the hook, and Dave East. This is produced by Harry Fraud. Now, Harry Fraud drops in again with another banger, with Klass, Murda, a.k.a. Hookmaster, floating on this. It feels like their first actual record. Now, when I say their first actual record on this album feels like kind of like a mixtape, right? It got that mixtape sound. Like, it's just bars. Not a lot of hooks. They just barring out. So, I mean, the beats are fire and they're just barring out. It kind of reminds me of those mixtape days, This one kind of is the first song that I was like, oh, got the hook. I got it like it's, it's over 3 minutes. It feels like, a song, an actual record. So, I don't know if they did that on purpose, trying to, make it sound old school, make it sound like a mixtape, make it sound, but the album's fire. Like, without a doubt, like, it don't matter how they was thinking, like, as long as they got fire tracks and they barring out, I'm happy. So, feature Dave East is always an entertaining addition. 38 and Benny don't run out of clips, man. Like, their pen game is just insane. Their pen game is remarkable. They're not running out of clips, man. They're like clip. This is number 10. They're like, give me my 10th clip, Tim. Clip. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to number 11. The 11th clip, right? Number 11 is Money's Counter, produced by V Don. When V Don is on the boards, the upstate lyrical pair continue the leap back and forth work. going back and forth again, man. This show, some of the best to do it. They do well at this. They're really good at going back and forth, man. What other two rappers have that energy? I asked this before, but I'm gonna ask it again. What other two rappers have that energy? I know y'all gonna say Styles P and Jada. We already said that. EPMD is another one. You know, give me some more, and don't leave the females out. There's some females that be going back and forth with. So y'all think of something. Y'all think of something. All right, let's give this album some time, you know, and then we can compare, you know, both Stab and Shot albums. I already see it online. People are like, oh, this one's better. No, the first one's better. I'm like, this one just came out. Now, sometimes I can judge an album, but like, yo, this album is a classic, or this album's better than this. I can probably say that certain times, but this one I'm gonna sit with longer and then score it. Like, I scored it now. I'm not gonna tell you the score, but I think this album has to marinate in my ears. You know what I'm saying? Pause. I don't even know if I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about what I do know. Both MCs have improved. Both rappers have improved their pen game. Number 12, Internal Affairs, featuring OT The Real, produced by Derringer. Now, there's a video to this too. I'm not sure if they're gonna do more videos, but they should. I thought they forgot about Derringer, because I'm like, yo, I'm listening to the joint, and I'm like, they ain't use Derringer? Like, they use all these producers, and it's like, where's Derringer? So he's finally here. This track is sicker than Diddy's Acquisitions. Feature OT did his wordplay homework. Like, OT The Real came to play. Like, he was like, oh, y'all want me in the album? Let me bar up. He got to, right? Anybody on here had to bar up. I mean, I'm gonna say Busta and OT The Real are the best features on this album. I'm just gonna put it that way. You have to bring your best with Mr. Stab and Mr. Shot. You just got to. You can't come with some lollygag raps. And OT The Real, like I said, did his hip hop homework, put his pen to work. Just real quick, Dr. Dre said something recently, and everybody's talking about it. Dr. Dre said it's best to have one producer on an album. I'm gonna like do this the common way I know how. Dr. Dre. This is a message to Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre, you use like 20 to 25, maybe 30 producers, and then you take credit for it. You work with various producers that help you with albums. So stop it. Just stop. So this is an album with various producers, and it's a great album. That's all I gotta say. It's all about the quality. You can have 200 producers. You can have 400 producers. As long as the quality is there at the end of the day. That's my answer to Dr. Dre. One producer. You're the one producer? Yo, Dr. Dre funny, man. You hilarious, Dre. Anyway, let's go to 13. Intent to Sell. Produced by Street Runner and Tariq. I believe it's Azuz. It's Azzouz. Loving the grimy soul spilling out the speakers. 38's aim is on point, shooting bullseyes. The Butcher, a.k.a. Summertime Butch. Now, a.k.a. Fall Time Benny. Let's give these dudes some nicknames. Why not? Because they deserve the best nicknames. They deserve their flowers now. They deserve their flowers now. 14 is Coke Runs featuring Ransom. Produced by Chuck, the producer. Man, the Butcher is coming. Pause. Now, crown the king. Crown the king. Butcher, Benny the Butcher is one of those kings. Now, feature Ransom is top tier. Now, there are tiers to lyricism. I always say this. His catalog is something to study. Like, there's tiers to, we're going to get into this debate. There's tiers to lyricists. Ransom, 38, and Benny are here. There's others that's dope, but they here. And there's others that's dope, that's here. You know, it's just the quality of their pen game. You know, Ransom's here, 38's here, Benny's here. There's other ones that I love that are under them, and I still review their music. But there's tiers to this lyricism. 38 is a rare breed, you know, of a rapper. He's just a rare breed. He's also, like I said, in the top tier. Like, I don't know what else to say, man. Like, we could have a show and we could talk about every popular rapper, and I will put them in their tier. Everybody's not top tier. They're just not. 15, Watchlist, produced by V Don. This album is a reminder to the rap world about how important lyrics are over quality music to ride to. This group, I'm going to call them a group because this second album, this is a group, will continue to be on my watch list. I already want a part 3. Yes, Benny, I'm begging for a part 3 already. I know I need to calm down. All right, like, subscribe, share this video, man. Let's get to the last track. Support these artists, of course. Support me. You know, I love my city hoodie. Actually, I got one of the top 5 t-shirts on, and guess who's on it? You got Freddie Gibbs, Benny the Butcher, Shay Noah, 38 Spesh, and Ransom. Come on, man. The top tier. This is top tier. Rappers, like, stop. Number 16, Power, featuring ElCamino, produced by V Don. Like, damn, V Don gave them some heat. Not just on this record, but throughout. He gave them some heat. ElCamino, a.k.a. another Hookmaster, a.k.a. Hookmaster as well, with a sing-along chorus. Shout out to ElCamino. The Stab and Shot Generals will be begged again to put out another album as such. I know they will. I already know. I see it online. I know. I'm already going, yo, part 3. I'm already going crazy. But this is a power dynamic, man. This is a team, you know, of rappers that, you know, they put their foot in that stew, man. You know, like, they put their all on that pad when they got their pen out. You know, 2024 t.c.f.musicgroup. That's 38 Spesh's joint. And then Black Soprano Family, LLC. That's Benny's joint. Yo, man, what y'all think about this album? What's your favorite songs? What's your favorite tracks? What's your favorite features? Again, with the back and forth question. What other rappers are dope going back and forth? Let's name some. Let's play with this. We're coming back from Rochester, where 38 Spesh is from. We're coming back from Buffalo, where Benny the Butcher's from. Stabbed and Shot 2. It's a phenomenal project. Again, Stabbed and Shot 1 is a classic. Stabbed and Shot. The first Stabbed and Shot is a classic. I'm gonna let this one resonate with the ears, and I already graded it, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna go higher. That's all I'm gonna say. One love, y'all. Yo, man. Marquis from Boston, man. Support the movement, man. Come on, man.